everyone, namaste. So today we are going to slow the flow down a little bit and we're going to focus on a 25-30 minute yin flow. So if you're new to yin, there's again a lot of misconception about yin. A lot of people will maybe hear that it's just quite a boring flow, and that is, in my opinion, just far from the truth. It's actually very challenging. So it is a lot slower paced. It's mainly floor based, and it is working into the fascia, the connective tissue, and to enable our bodies to do that and through a stretch, we need to be able to slow it down and be able to hold the posture for a long period of time. So to access all the connective tissues, we need to just allow our bodies to slowly fall down into the postures, just taking the time to do so. So the main thing with yin is that obviously a lot of the yang practice, there's the high energy practices, the vinyasa, all those kinds of flows are brilliant for the body, but also we need to be able to balance it out. So if you've got a really strong practice and you're a regular at a strong practice, it's quite good to bring in yin as well. Just to balance out the energies, so it gives you your yin and your yang. Obviously you can't have one without the other. There's always going to be a little bit of power in something, it's going to be a lot calm in something, so it just takes that time to balance it out. So with the yin practice, again, a lot of people will opt for props. I've always been taught in my yin practice to not use props. The whole point in yin is to enable the bodies to just relax into a posture. Obviously, if you need support for an injury or something like that, then that's great. But when you use postures like blocks and bricks, it's more of a restorative practice. So yin practice is just allowing the bodies to do its thing and use gravity to bring yourself into a posture. So we're going to hold the postures, each posture, for between a minute and 3 minutes. So again, depending on your practice, where you are with your yin, we'll just progress slowly through it. So in yin practice, you might, if you've been doing it for a long time, you might be used to holding postures for up to 5 minutes, which doesn't sound like much, but when you're holding a posture, it is very challenging. So you'll notice that the silence is very important. So you might go to some yin classes where there's music playing in the background, which is absolutely fine, but in my classes I like to just have complete silence, because part of the practice is to enable the minds to come in, and you will find that things will come in, same in a meditation practice, maybe in your shavasana, that things will come in and you need to allow the brain to process what needs your attention and what doesn't. And part of the purpose of the yin practice is to give your mind time to just be still and quiet. So really commit to your stillness in your posture, commit to the quiet, and if you start to notice things coming in, then just let them come in, accept them and let them pass. Try not to give them too much of a thought, just focus to the breath. So you're constantly bringing the mind back to the breath. So enjoy your practice. Yin is a beautiful practice. It's one of my favourite things to teach. So I hope you enjoy. So we're going to start off in a seated position. So if you know, having said not using props, but if you know that your hips do not allow you to sit in a cross-legged position without any pain, or if you're suffering with sciatica, you are more than welcome to pop a rolled blanket or a bolster under your hips. So even though we don't use props, this seated position is perfectly fine to pop something under your hips, just to elevate the hips, because a lot of us sitting down with ourselves just flat on the floor is just not even accessible. So make sure that you are wearing something warm, because obviously this isn't a energetic practice, so you might find that you get cold. So you can wear layers, you can wear socks, it's entirely up to you. So first of all, just closing the eyes and taking a couple of breaths. So a deep inhale through the nose and a deep exhale through the mouth. to ground and allow yourself to focus on your breath, just noticing the breath. Notice whether you're breathing more into the belly, maybe you're breathing more up into the chest. Just try and use the three-dimensional breathing. Breathing into the belly, the sides, the back, whole torso. Expanding on your inhalation, filling the lungs. And exhaling on your breath out, and just draw the belly in on your exhale. Really let that just go. Releasing the shoulders down with your exhale, feeling more grounded, more soft. On your inhales, feeling that expansion, the life force coming in. And I invite you then to draw your palms to your heart centre. And just finding that centre balance point. So bringing the left and the right hand side of the body together in union at the heart centre. Allowing the chin to gently drop, maybe setting an intention for your practice, or just simply to allow and commit to finding your stillness, finding your breath, and just allowing yourself to be in every moment, noticing sensations in the body, but also allowing yourself to practice with sensitivity and awareness. Not pushing, not pulling, just gently allowing the body to go wherever it needs to go. And take a deep inhale and a deep exhale. Give your hands a rub. Allow them to drop down to the lap. Open the eyes and bring yourself to centre. So between each transition in every posture, just move really nice and slowly. So bring your feet into butterfly position. So you're just bringing the soles of the feet together. Obviously the knees might be hovering, but again, just allow them time to just settle down. If this is really uncomfortable, just take the feet out and bring your legs more into a diamond shape. So again, notice the difference between discomfort and pain. So there will be lots of postures that will feel uncomfortable, but we have to allow ourselves to accept that. If at any point it crosses a line, starts coming into pain, just release completely, or just pull yourself back from the posture and just go into it a little bit less deep. So hands can wrap around the toes, bring your hands into a fist and just let the knees settle. Maybe just give them a couple of little shakes into the legs. So this is quite a deep hip opener. So we store a lot of emotions in our hips, trauma in our hips. So if you've ever been to a hip opening class, you probably know what I'm talking about. So it can be quite a release. So the more you do into your hips, the more things will come up from the surface or to the surface, and usually things that need a bit of attention. So just go easy on yourself. And we're going to just passively fold forward. So with your hands still wrapped around your toes, or if you can't wrap your hands, just bring your hands onto your ankles. Just don't put any pressure there. Take a deep inhale as you lift and lengthen through the spine. Find that space. And then as you exhale, just allow the head to just drop down wherever is accessible. Allow the arms to, the elbows to come down. Dropping your head down to wherever is available. And again, try not to force yourself down. If you prefer to have your hands on the floor with the fingers spread as a bit of support, if you're finding that you can't fold all the way down, this is sometimes a bit nicer just to come here as a bit of support. But just use your breath, so deep inhales and deep exhales. Close your eyes and just let yourself completely drop. Find a place of stillness, commit to that stillness and just be with the breath. Notice any tension that might be coming in. And if you need to pull back, then feel free to do so. If you feel you can go deeper, then just allow yourself to fold. But we're going to be here for a couple of minutes, so don't push yourself too quickly. Just meet yourself wherever you are today. You might like to invite your Ujjayi breath in if you have it in your practice. If you're not sure about your Ujjayi breath, this is just a deep, long ocean breath. So deep, long inhale, feeling the breath coming into the throat, and exhale, that lovely audible sound. Nice deep breaths. Staying with the breath, noticing sensations in the body, notice the discomfort and just breathe into that space, wherever it may be. Notice thoughts that might be coming into the mind, tension that might be creeping into the shoulders, the fingers, the toes, the jaw. Just a few more breaths here. Just staying in your space. Using your breath to guide you. Allowing your breath to soften, find ease. And then slowly on an inhalation, just start to come all the way up. So making your transitions nice and slow. You can keep the eyes closed. Bringing your hands to the other side of your knees and just drawing the knees together, again, nice and slow. Just sit yourself here just for a couple of moments. So the rebound between each posture in Yin is really important. So often we shift from one position to another and we don't allow the rebound, the energies to give us time to tune into them. So this is the time where sometimes it can be uncomfortable. You might notice shifts of energy moving through the body which might feel a little bit uneasy. It's normally where we then start to roll our knees and do all these movements that the body tells you it needs. But often it's quite good just to tune in. Well done. And then extend the legs out long. So long onto your mat. Turn the toes up towards the sky. And just sit yourself again nice and tall through the spine, but also just honouring the natural curves of your spine, just grounding down through the sit bones. We're going to move into caterpillar. So this is often the one where a lot of people end up rounding the spine because they're trying to draw their head down towards their knees. So usually in your vinyasa class, your ashtanga class, you are focusing on lengthening the spine. But in Yin, we are just folding forward. So the spine can round, but just try to allow the weight of your body just to fold. So you don't have to go really, really deep. If this is really uncomfortable for you, you can bend the knees and just come here. But just try, first of all, just folding forward. So try not to just drop the chin and round the shoulders. Just look forward. Take an inhalation as you lift and lengthen. The palms can face up. They can either be on your knees or on the floor. And then just exhale as you shift the body forward. and drop the head. Just don't draw the head into your shin, rounding your shoulders. Just let everything relax. So deep, deep breaths here. So we're going to be here for just a minute. So nice deep breaths. Close the eyes. Focus on your breath. Deep inhales. And deep exhales. Finding stillness, committing to your stillness. Committing to the silence. Just allow yourself to listen to your breath. Maybe folding a little bit deeper, maybe easing up. Just whatever feels right for you. Just never force, never push or pull too hard in yin. Just go easy, be kind to the body. Be sensitive, be aware. And then one more deep inhalation. And one more exhale. On your inhale, just come up nice and slow. Keep the palms to the floor, keep the eyes closed. Just pausing here and noticing your rebound. Noticing the energies, noticing the sensations. Being still. Accepting whatever you're feeling. Taking a moment with your breath. And then slowly bring yourself up. So you're going to bring your right foot in towards your groin. And the left foot is going to come behind you. So just go to whatever is comfortable. So not everyone can come in where their heel is right in towards the body. So just bring the leg in front of you. Again, just don't worry about too much alignment as such in yin. It just doesn't really come into it. So just take the leg behind you. If the leg will just not go behind you, you can just bring it here and just kind of bring yourself into a side kneel. So when you get there, just take a few moments to just ground yourself down. So make sure you're seated up, nice and tall. And then we're just going to creep ourselves over to the side. So you're going to go over the bent leg. You're going to bring your hands there. And you can just stay here. So if already this is quite strong and you're feeling the stretch, you might be feeling a bit of discomfort, then you can stay here just with the eyes closed, just to make sure that the shoulders are nice and relaxed. Otherwise, you might be able to creep yourself down onto the lower arms. You can bring the palms together and stay here. Or you can take the arms out long, or again, just one palm on top of the other and bring the head down towards the floor, or extend the arms out and bring your head down towards the floor. So wherever you are, just take a moment to know that you can commit there. So we're going to be 1 minute on either side. So if you're in a position you already know that you're not going to be able to hold that, then maybe just ease up and move into something a little bit more accessible. Otherwise, just stay there. Again, commit to your posture, commit to your breath, notice your breath. Allow yourself to just really ground down. Just notice all the parts in contact with the floor. So if your forehead is on the floor, just really kind of draw your attention to that contact. And breathe there. So just breathe into the left side of your body where you're feeling that stretch. Try and send the breath up and down the left side of the body, breathing into that space that you're creating. And just commit yourself here with your breath. Deep, long inhales, deep, long exhales, using your Ujjayi breath to guide you. Feeling that lovely gentle twist, flushing out all the toxins in the body. Relaxing the shoulders down, taking any tension out of the face. And just 3 more nice deep breaths here. Really filling the lungs every inhale. And then on your next inhalation, just bring yourself slowly, slowly up. Back to centre, hands to the lap. Take a moment here again just to notice. And then just moving nice and slowly, switching sides, so pulling the left leg in towards the body, right leg comes out, or you can bring the leg behind you. Take a moment just to ground yourself down. And when you're ready, just creeping the hands over the left leg, coming down into whatever position is available. So if you were able to come all the way down on the other side, and you can't on this side, don't worry, it doesn't matter. Each side of our body will be different, so just come to whatever is comfortable for you and accessible for you. Use the breath to just gently guide you down. Just committing to wherever you are, nice deep breaths. Again, just a minute on this side. Invite your Ujjayi breath, or just deep, long inhalations and exhalations. Relaxing the shoulders, all the face muscles, especially the jaw and the eyes. Try not to grit your teeth. And breathe into the right side of the body, so just feeling that stretch, creating that space. Lovely long breaths. And 3 more deep breaths here. Deep inhale and deep exhale. And then inhale as you slowly come all the way back up. Again, take a moment in centre just to close the eyes, notice the breath, notice shifts in the body. And then gently open the eyes. So just moving now slowly, slowly into a kneeling position. So we're going to come into saddle pose. So this is quite a challenging pose. So again, just go easy. So just take your legs apart, your feet apart slightly, so that you can drop your bottom down in between your feet. So if already that is not accessible, just maybe draw your feet together and just sit yourself gently upon your heels and do it that way. So if you have problems with your knees, I would definitely just keep your legs together and sit on your heels and just only come into the posture just to your hands. Maybe don't come all the way down because you will start to feel it in the knees. So this is quite a tough posture for the knees. My knees don't particularly like it and I don't have any problems with my knees. So just go again mindfully. Try to be sensitive and aware. If at any point you feel that you need to release, just come up. So we're not going to hold this long. We're going to hold this posture for no more than a minute. So, but if at any point you feel you need to come up, just come up, sit, or you can take yourself down into a child's pose. So just to be your own guide. So with your bottom down in between the feet, your hands can come to your feet, to your soles of your feet, or they can just come just to in front of your toes. So you can either just keep your hands on your feet or on the floor and just be here. Just try not to sink yourself down in between your shoulders. So you're still lifting up into the chest, looking forward and finding the breath. Or you can come down maybe onto the lower arms. Be here. Again, just keep lifting. Try not to draw your chin to your chest or take your head back. Or if you're quite comfortable and you're used to this, you can take yourself all the way down to the floor. Just make sure that again you can stay here for the whole minute. You can turn your palms up, or you can take your arms up and over and breathe there. So this is a quite a deep stretch all the way through the thighs. So it's stretching pretty much all the legs except for calf muscles, but you're going into the knees with the stretch. If your legs are finding that they're going a little bit wider, just be comfortable. If your knees are already feeling quite discomfort, or you've got anything that's niggling, then just maybe bring yourself up and come here. This is where I'm going to stay today because my knees just generally don't like this posture, so just be easy with yourself. Just again, try not to sink down into your shoulders, so keep pressing through your lower arms and lift up. So breathe wherever you are, be still. So just another 30 seconds or so, just with the breath. You can close your eyes. Inviting that gentle smile in your face. If your mind starts to wander to anywhere that is feeling discomfort, just bring the mind back to the breath. Give it something to concentrate on. Two more deep, long breaths. And then on your inhalation, just slowly bring yourself all the way up. Come all the way up and then take yourself all the way down. Bring your forehead to the floor, coming into child's pose. Couple of breaths there, just again, take a moment to notice. And then inhale, bring your legs, your knees together. Sit yourself into hero pose, turn the palms up, lift up through the spine. Try not to dump all your weight into your heels, so keep lifting up, palms facing up towards the ceiling. Focus forward, take your eyes, close your eyes, and just breathe here. So still keep lifted in the spine. Couple of deep breaths, inhaling into the belly, the ribs, the chest. And open the mouth, exhale out, inhale belly, ribs, chest. mouth. Exhale out with a nice, nourishing, cleansing breath. Open your eyes, bring your hands to the floor and just shuffle yourself to your side, extend the legs out and long. So bring yourself all the way onto your backs. Pull the knees gently into the chest, give yourself a quick squeeze, maybe a little movement through the spine. And then taking the arms out either side into a T shape, so palms can be up or down, however your shoulders feel more grounded. And then drop the knees over to the right hand side, just wherever they fall. You can bring your hand on your thigh, or just keep it out long. And then just maybe if you want to deepen the stretch, just look to your left hand. Just make sure that the shoulder is grounded and you're not hovering the shoulder. Breathe there. So 3 deep nourishing breaths here. Deep inhale. Deep exhale. Again, close the eyes. And then inhale, bring the knees through center, just nice and slow, massage the spine on the way, drop the knees over to the left. And just look towards your right fingertips, breathe here, 3 deep breaths, deep inhale, deep exhale. And then inhale, bring the knees through center. And just give the knees a little bit of a rotate round in the circle, so you're just massaging the spine. And then the other direction. And then drop the knees, the feet down. So you can bring yourself into a supine butterfly position for your Shavasana if you feel that it's comfortable to. Or you can take your legs out long, whatever feels right. Just give the hips a little bit of a shuffle, turn the palms up towards the sky and close the eyes. Take a couple of deep, nourishing breaths, deep inhale. And a deep exhale. Just let every muscle in the body completely relax. Let go of any muscular effort anywhere. Soften all the joints, allow them to drop, allow them to become heavy. Soften into the face, every little muscle in your face. Cheekbones, the jaw. Allow yourself to breathe in and out through the nose without any effort. And just be here in this space with your breath. Allowing the spine to just soften down, ground down. Feeling safe and secure in your Shavasana. So try and give yourself 5-10 minutes here just with your breath. If the mind starts to wander, just bring it back to the breath and maybe count your breaths. Inhale 1, exhale 1, inhale 2, exhale 2. Give yourself the time you need to be here. And I'll leave you here with love. Namaste.